Friends, there's a powerful truth found in the book of Hebrews, a verse that speaks volumes about how we are to live our lives as believers. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 tells us something profound about what pleases God. It's not about our accomplishments, our possessions, or even our good deeds alone. It's about something deeper, something that forms the very foundation of our relationship with Him, faith. This verse is a guiding light, reminding us that faith is not just a concept, but an active, vibrant force that shapes our lives. It's the key that unlocks God's blessings and guidance. It's the assurance that He is real, that He is good, and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. As we journey together through this message, open your hearts to the truth of Hebrews 11:6. Allow it to breathe new life into your walk with God. Embrace the power of faith and discover the joy of living a life that truly pleases Him. Remember, you are deeply loved by God, and He longs for you to experience the fullness of His blessings. Let's dive into His Word and discover the incredible impact faith can have on our lives. First, faith in action. The Bible tells us in Hebrews 11:6, without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. Let's break down this powerful verse, shall we? First, it says, without faith it is impossible to please God. Think about that. Faith is not optional in our relationship with God. It's the very foundation. It's how we connect with Him, how we acknowledge His presence and His power in our lives. Next, we see anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists. We can't come to God with doubt or uncertainty in our hearts. We come to Him with a confident assurance that He is real, that He is listening, and that He cares. Finally, the verse concludes with, He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. This is a beautiful promise, friends. God is not a God who hides Himself from us. He wants us to seek Him, to draw near to Him, and He promises to bless us when we do. This verse is a call to action. It's a reminder that faith is not passive. It's about actively pursuing God, believing in Him wholeheartedly, and trusting that He will meet us in our pursuit. Second, a heart filled with faith. You might ask, why is faith so important to God? You see, faith is more than just believing. It's a heart surrendered to God's will. It's trusting His goodness even when we don't understand our circumstances. It's knowing that He has our best interests in mind, even when life throws us curves. When we live by faith, we're saying, God, I trust You. I know You are in control, and I believe You will see me through. That kind of trust, that unwavering belief, is what pleases God. It allows His power to work in our lives in amazing ways. Imagine a child holding their parent's hand as they cross a busy street. The child may not fully grasp the danger, but they trust their parent to keep them safe. That's how God wants us to be with Him. He wants us to hold on to His hand with childlike faith, knowing that He will never let us go. Third, faith in the everyday relationships, work, and you. Faith isn't just for Sundays, friends. It's for every single day. It's about bringing that trust in God into our relationships, our work, our decisions, our struggles, and our victories. When we face challenges in our relationships, faith reminds us to forgive, to love unconditionally, and to extend grace just as God has done for us. When we're facing a difficult situation at work, faith gives us the courage to persevere, to act with integrity, and to trust that God will open the right doors. What about in our personal lives? When we're wrestling with self-doubt or facing a health challenge, faith reminds us that we're never alone. God is right there with us, ready to strengthen us, heal us, and give us hope. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to live by faith. Every decision, every interaction, every challenge, it's all a chance to show God that we trust Him. Last, walking by faith, stories of courage and trust. Throughout the Bible, we see incredible examples of people who lived by faith. Think of Noah, who built an ark even though he had never seen rain, or Abraham, who left his home and everything he knew to follow God's call. And then there's Esther, who risked her own life to save her people. These heroes of faith weren't superhuman. They were ordinary individuals who chose to believe in an extraordinary God. They faced their fears, they stepped out in obedience, and they witnessed God's faithfulness in incredible ways. But faith isn't just something we read about in the Bible, it's happening all around us today. I've witnessed countless stories of people who have experienced God's power through faith. I've seen prayers answered and lives transformed because people dared to believe.